And who knows drama better than Ben Hebert, who joins us from Team Bottcher today. I appreciate him always. No stranger to the program. How you doing, Benny boy? You're looking tight as usual.
Hey, Roddy. Yeah, I'm doing good. Ready to go. Ready to get back home. I'm excited.
Okay, you've been knowing for a long time you're going to be in this thing. Qualified early, coming in as one of the wild card teams. How do you like that versus coming in off the heater of winning your province? Man, that's going to be a big difference, I would think.
Yeah, I like it. I like the prep that we're going to have and the time that we're going to have to put in. We've had 5 good weeks of practice. You know, I'm not getting any younger, so having a little bit of less time on the ice to rest the old weapons, I'm feeling pretty good heading in and pretty fresh for the Brier. So, got lots of practice. You know, we've tried to simulate as many game situations as we could, but not really looking forward to getting home, getting to Regina, you know, putting on a show there, and hopefully we come out and play great. We've had a really good season, and hopefully we can keep the momentum going.
Well, let me ask you this. What are you expecting? This isn't your first Brier there, but different circumstances now. What are you expecting for an atmosphere in that joint?
Oh, it's going to be amazing. I mean, anytime you get to the mecca of curling in our country, anywhere really, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, you're going to get full barns. You're going to get passionate curling fans. I mean, you know as well as any how passionate the Regina sport fans are in Saskatchewan in general. When you look at the riders, the Pats, the Blades, and you know, curling is not much different there. You know, and I know Colton Flash's team, Mike McEwen, they're going to have a big supporting crowd behind them. They always get behind the green teams. But, you know, I'll have my little own Benny Heap section of friends and family and buddies I went to school with, some curlers I grew up with there. So I'm looking forward to that. We're not going to get booed out of there. And, you know, a lot of Alberta people will probably be coming over to watch our team, and then obviously Cooey and Slachinsky, a few teams from Alberta. So it's going to be a wicked Brier. I think the final weekend's almost sold out, and I think I'm in the. I mean, I got a dash in front of my name currently with all the tickets I've had to snag for friends and family. So hopefully I get paid back on some of those. We'll see. I doubt it.
That's why I say I don't think the cheering section for Ben Hebert or Team Bottcher will be small at all. You're being humble, Ben, which I never thought I would say. But the trash talking started. It started with Matt Dunstone, and I don't really think he was joking, man. Like, that's what I say, the atmosphere, because he thinks people are going to be cheering for him, and there will be people cheering for him.
Oh, yeah.
They love Matt Dunstone. They love you. They love Catlin Schneider. And, of course, Mike McEwen's the only one wearing green. Like, I feel like there's going to be a little bit of confusion amongst the fan base. I'm not joking.
Yeah, I think good storylines. I mean, obviously Matt playing in Saskatchewan for a couple of years, and but even just him being in Manitoba, you're going to get a good Manitoba contingent there, right? Cheering on for the Buffalo, so they'll have a good following. Yeah, I forgot. Like, Catlin's there too, and he's from Regina, right? And then you always get Brad Gushu, who has a good following from being Team Canada the last few years. And so, yeah, I'm expecting roars for a lot of the teams, but I'm just hoping we're there at the end of the week and have a chance to play in the big playoff games and show what we've been working on. We've had a great season, and you know, kind of just going in under the radar. You know, Gushu's the defending champ, home team, McEwen, and then obviously Cooey winning so many Briers, but we're just going to go and do our business and see if we can keep playing hot. So we'll see what happens.
Well, listen, save me some time so I don't have to go to Wikipedia. You've won how many Briers? 4?
4, yeah.
Or is it more?
No,
yeah,
I've only won 4.
And a world... okay, only won 4. And an Olympic gold. Here's my reason I ask. Because you're following the Scotties, obviously. Skylar Ackerman shoots out to a 3-0 start, and everybody's going crazy, and then hit the rocks. Sorry for the metaphor. What's the key to staying sharp all week and finishing strong and winning?
Yeah, I mean, it is a tough week. I mean, in my situations, I won a couple when I was real young, right? I was 24 and 25 when I won my first 2 Briers with Kevin Martin. So having a good veteran leader like him, and obviously a couple studs on my team with John Morris and Mark Kennedy, never hurt. So I was lucky to learn how to win early. And, you know, I've had a lot of good chances since then. I know I've only won 4, but I've lost 3 finals, and a couple of them been right in the mix. Could have easily won. And, I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of good teams. Everyone else on the other sheets are practicing too, and they're getting ready too, right? It's not a one-team show anytime you win. You look at the Scotties last week. You look at Carrie Anderson, 4-time defending champ. You know, she locks out in the 6s, and she's an amazing team. You know, Rachel put on a clinic. You know, Jen's team, her young team, real good. And then Kate Cameron had a little bit of a Cinderella week. And Yeah, it's just tough. You need consistency throughout the week. You know, it's very rare one team that hasn't had a good season comes in and gets hot and wins the Scotties or the Brier. They're usually the top teams that have put in the work, and it's no fluke, no accident how they've had really good seasons. And it's not really different than any other sport, Roddy. You know, you're gonna get out of the sport what you put into it. You know, like I say, I'm pretty fortunate to be on a team that puts a lot into it. So I like our chances going in, but you got to play good. You know, you gotta take advantage of your opportunities. You need a few breaks, and it takes all that stuff. But Skylar, I was impressed with her team. I mean, it's good to see some new young talent come out of Saskatchewan. I think they're going to be around a long time. And, you know, there's not a lot of teams that go to the Scotties or the Brier and win when they're 21 or 22 years old. So it'll take some time. I know they're working with Pat Simmons and the national or the provincial program there in Sask. And if they get some good coaching and continue to work hard, you know, maybe you'll see them climb the ladder at the Scotties the next few years. But yeah, they came out of the gates hot, and then, you know, I don't know if their expectation was higher or lower than what they did, but I was like, hey, I still love those jerseys.
I know. Well, maybe one day you'll wear one again. I don't know. But here's the thing. She's got the talent, and from the sense I got interviewing her, she's got the demeanor, so I think she'll be back. But just the last thing on the Scotties, and maybe how it relates to the Brier. The final, Holman Jones. It's the heavyweights, man. That's what the country wants. That's what they always want, right? And that seems to be what it always ends up being in the championship final.
I mean, you get to the big games. It's just a different feeling out there. You know, you've been there before. The top teams aren't scared to make the big shots, and you know they're not really scared to miss them. You know, they prepare for that. They play in the Grand Slam tour. You know, they've won Briers or Scotties before, and yeah, Jen is certainly no rookie to that. You know, she played as good as I've ever seen Jen play. She was amazing, good young team. You know, they work really, really hard. And yeah, Rachel's team, they're ready, man. They've been ferocious all year, and Rachel herself has been incredible. So they got a good chance to go to Worlds and represent us well and get a medal. And the Brier's not going to be any different. I mean, I don't see any crazy surprises out of the teams there that I don't know. Obviously, hoisting the trophy at the end of the week, I think. The familiar faces are going to be there, but those familiar faces out of the top 6-7 teams, there's a lot of good teams there, and anybody could win, and you got to put it together on the final weekend. That's the way she goes.
Yeah, I don't think any final matchup would be a surprise to anybody, but I will say this, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you this about Mike McEwen representing Sask. Third straight Brier, third different province, which is pretty cool. He's making history by doing that. But he's got that pressure of the 1980 drought. We all know what it is. How would you deal with that? How tough is that going to be for him, do you think?
I don't even know if Mike knows about that. I mean, Mikey's only played out of Manitoba his whole life, and then I know Ontario last year. But no, I mean, Mike's a veteran. You know, he's in his 40s, and, you know, I've played with Colton, great buddy of mine. And, you know, the teams that go from Sask now, they don't control the drought. They didn't control what happened 25 years ago or 30 years ago, whatever it may be now, 40. Oh, my God. I forgot we're 2024. But no, they're just going to go there and play good. They've had a decent season. You know, I expect them to go and play good. They'll have the crowd behind them. And obviously, there's a little bit more pressure playing at home. But, you know, those guys, for the most part, are veterans, Colton and Mike. And they're going to be tough. You know, I don't really know what to say how they're going to handle the pressure. And to be honest with you, I don't really care. I care less how they handle the pressure. How about that?
Yeah, but you're a fan too, and you're from Saskatchewan, so and you know the guy.
Yeah, I'm
right?
a fan.
He's a good guy, so
I'm a curling fan, but I'm not a Team Sask fan next week. No chance, 0 chance.
Boo! No, I understand.
Spicy.
I understand, and of course he knows about it because he was on this show, and I asked him about it. He said he goes, I was born in 1980, so it's probably a good thing to not know, to not really know. The fortunes of that province and the struggles at the Brier. Anyways, Betty, as you know, we're following very closely. I appreciate the time. Good luck there, sir. It's gonna be a riot.
Hey, buddy, thanks for having me on.
The great Ben Hebert, a Hall of Famer in waiting, getting ready for the Montana's Brier, and you can be there. Curling.ca/tickets to be front and center.